Grand Rising, Soul Tribe. How is everyone doing out there? Thank you so much for being here on a Sunday night evening. I know this is unusual. Normally I go live on Saturday night, but as most of you probably know, I actually took 2 days off to be in Mother Earth and be up in the mountains so that I could recharge, but I'm back on Sunday, and I'm going to call it Sunday Night White Hat Alliance Update because we're just going to be continuing from where we left off last week, or what was it, a few days ago when I gave the last report, because things are really accelerating now. So for those that don't know me, my name is Ishmael Perez. I'm the author of these amazing books back there, The Secret Government, Invisible Architects, and Our Cosmic Origin, both of which reveal the secret history of the Earth and restore the galactic and cosmic connection to everything. And I do want to welcome all my new subscribers out there. Thank you so much for being here. And I also want to show deep appreciation, or extend deep appreciation, to all the people that are watching. They're going to be watching this on the live, and for those that are going to be watching this on the replay as well, thank you so much for being here. Any updates? Let's see. Other than my March course begins in a week, I might have some spots left for those that do want to take my courses. This is a very neat way to support my cause. Go to my website, or cosmicorigin.com, and you could sign up to either our Cosmic Origin, Ascension Basics, or Ascension 2.0. So if you guys want to be in my class in the next week, which starts in about a week, there might be a few spots left. Okay, with no further ado, I'm going to get right into it. Oh, I see all the love. I see all the hearts. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for being here. You guys are awesome. Now, because I am going to be giving a White Hat Alliance update report, I'm probably not going to be broadcasting again or going live till probably Tuesday evening. So that way I could take a day off tomorrow and, of course, continue a further update as to what's going on in the geopolitical scenario. Now, on the weekends, I normally like to talk about galactic stuff, or metaphysics, or ancient civilizations, or spirituality. But I think because of the momentum that we are seeing unfold at this time, I think it's important to keep the updates steady and sequentially. So with that in mind, let's get right into it. So, as you guys know, Attorney General Pam Bondi shares another update on the Epstein list, okay, revealing that she has been pushing for these documents since taking office. She claims that the Southern District of New York is holding back thousands of pages, but vows to obtain everything. All right, so Bondi also promises full disclosure of both the island list and, of course, the JFK files. And it's fascinating how, from behind closed doors, these people are really pushing for the exposure of these documents to be released to the general public. And on the other hand, Mr. Elon Musk is just as shocked as everyone else about the island documentation revelations. He recently went on Joe Rogan and pretty much told Joe Rogan why so many people are afraid of this being exposed to the general public. And of course, we know that the big Gates is probably the main one, besides all these other corrupt politicians and celebrities who took the bait as a ritual, right? That's why they do that with the little ones. It's like a ritualistic thing that they do in order to be part of the elites, right? So that's the reason why there's been a lot of setback. A lot of people within these three-letter agencies are doing everything in their power to make sure that these documents aren't released to the general public, but to no avail, because they will be, guys. They will be released to the general public. So Mr. Musk is demanding answers, right? Where all the videos, recordings, and the mountain of evidence, right, that the three-letter agency that starts with the F has seized, okay? Mr. Musk also said that Bill, the one that's married with married to the witch, you know who I'm talking about, ran for presidency in 2016 and lost to Mr. T. Mr. Gates, and of course, Reid Hoffman weren't just visitors to the island, but also clients, implying that they were actively, excuse me. Whoa, thank you. Thank you for those that are saying, bless you. Thank you. Thank you. For those implying that they were actively purchasing little ones, okay? So the game is over. On a different note, guys, the title of this video, I don't want to really get too much into the list, but the topic and what I really want to focus more is what happened yesterday with President Trump and Zelensky. That was amazing what he did, right? I mean, it was epic that Trump put him in his place and he kicked him out of the White House. Okay, so that's really good. If you guys could give me 1 second, I do need to blow my nose. Just 1 second. Sorry, guys. I tend to have a little bit of allergies. I am not sick. I just have some allergies, so it's all good. But overall, guys, regarding what happened with Trump and Zelensky, okay, it's game over. It's game over for the cabal. Okay, everyone here who is in the know knows that Zelensky has always been a puppet, right? Once the golden boy of the globalist war machine. All right, if you guys know the truth about Ukraine as the epicenter of the cabal, walked into the Oval Office expecting another blank check and walked out with nothing but disgrace. Okay, Zelensky's arrogance. Let's just be real here, his ingratitude and his refusal to negotiate peace have finally sealed his faith. So President Donald J. Trump, alongside President J.D. Vance, exposed Zelensky for what he truly is, which is a puppet, a desperate figurehead clinging to a crumbling empire of corruption. For years, the Brandon administration, let's just call it the Brandon regime, and their globalist allies funneled hundreds of billions of taxpayer dollars into Ukraine under the guise of aid, while in reality, it was the largest money laundering operation in history. And this is one of the things that Doge discovered. And that's why it's all hitting the fan now, guys. There's nothing that they can do. The truth is about to come out, right? The deep state elites, the military industrial complex, and big tech and their big tech overlords all have their hands in the pot. That's another thing that Doge discovered, right? Ukraine was their cash cow, a hub for illicit financial operations, and a testing ground for, let's just call them bio, WEAPON, LABS, and other classified experiments that the mainstream media will never acknowledge. But now, with Trump back in power, the truth will be coming out. So, the confrontation that took place yesterday in the Oval Office was actually in favor of the White Hats, okay? The beginning of the end for Ukraine corrupt regime as we know it. So the confrontation was brutal. It was raw. It was historic, right? Trump actually didn't even hold back. He publicly scolded Zelensky, calling him out for his blatant manipulation, lies, and reckless provocations. So he straight out told Zelensky, "You're gambling with World War III. Okay, you're gambling with World War III." Trump told him point blank. And he also said, "We hold the cards here, not you." He made it clear, and that's exactly what Zelensky was doing. He was playing a high stakes globalist chess game, attempting to drag America into a never ending war that benefits only the elites. So Zelensky, caught off guard, tried to deflect, right? "You will feel the influence," he warned Trump. "You will feel the influence." And what he meant by that is that Zelensky was planning to then go over to the European countries, basically those that are part of the European Union, and ask for assistance. And that's what he's been doing today. Okay, he went to the UK. He's going to be meeting with Charles. I don't even want to call him Prince Charles, that hybrid reptilian. He's going to be meeting with Prince Charles, I think, in the next couple of days or even tomorrow to talk about receiving support from the UN or from the European Union. Okay, but Trump, who is a master strategist, completely shut him down. And he made it clear to him that you don't hold the cards right now with us. And he made that super, super clear. And in that moment, the illusion shattered, right? Because Zelensky was exposed as a desperate fraud, a man with no real power, abandoned by the very forces that propped him up. So the audit begins, of course. Where did the billions really go, right? Where did the billions really go? And then came the real bombshell when Trump immediately launched an emergency audit into every single dollar sent to Ukraine. The money trail is about to be uncovered, and the results will shake the world. So for years, dark money has flowed unchecked into Ukraine under the Biden regime, under the Brandon regime. I always forget. As discovered by Doge. But now, thanks to Trump's leadership and the investigative force of the Department of Government Efficiency, Doge, led by Elon Musk, the corruption is being exposed at breakneck speed. Musk's statement was chillingly direct. Time to find out what really happened to the hundreds of billions of dollars that were sent to the Ukraine. So, and according to insider sources, they're already finding problems, right? Problems so massive that even top level operatives within NATO, the three-letter agency that starts with a C, and the European Union are scrambling to cover their tracks. So we might even be seeing the ending of the entire, or the breakup of the entire European Union as a result of what's happening right now as to what Doge has been discovering. So apparently Zelensky's house of cards is falling. Ukraine is losing all U.S. support. And the fallout was immediate. Okay, Secretary of State Marco Rubio officially terminated U.S. support for Ukraine's power grid, a devastating blow to an already crumbling economy. And sources inside the Trump administration confirm that all military aid to Ukraine is about to be cut off. Okay, and this explains why today Ukraine went crying over to the European leaders to further receive some aid from them, right? So this isn't just a shift in policy. This is a death sentence for the corrupt Ukrainian regime. The globalist war racket has officially collapsed. So the moment Ukraine knew it was over, okay, this is the moment Ukraine knew it was over. If there was one moment that encapsulated Ukraine's downfall, it was Ukraine's ambassador, Oksana Markarova's reaction. So as Zelensky self-destructed in real time, Markarova buried her face in her hands, visibly horrified. She knew it was over. The Ukrainian government's carefully crafted media illusion had just imploded in front of the entire world. White House Deputy Chief of Staff Dan Scavino puts it best. And this is what he says, Dan Scavino, Chief of Staff. He says, Ukrainian ambassador understands that Zelensky is a complete and total disaster. This was the moment Ukraine's deep state handlers lost all faith in their puppet. After his humiliation at the White House, Zelensky made a pathetic attempt at damage control by running to Fox News. Brett Barrier, one of the few remaining corporate media hacks, tried to throw him a lifeline, but it was too late. A little too late, right? Bear asked the question everyone was thinking. Do you think you owe an apology to President Trump? And Zelensky dodged. He knew the answer was yes, but his ego wouldn't let him say it. Instead, he mumbled empty platitudes, thanking the American people after openly disrespecting them. And in what may be the most ironic moment of all, Zelensky still refused to agree to a ceasefire. He doesn't even want peace anymore because peace means the end of the money flow, okay? So the deep state's Ukraine operation has obviously been exposed. The implication of Trump's masterstroke cannot be overstated. The Brandon Ukraine money laundering operation has now been laid bare. The elites use Ukraine as their personal ATM, funneling billions into hidden offshore accounts, intelligence black projects, and secret military operations. But with Trump now in control, every dollar is being tracked. The audit will reveal it all. Are you guys ready for this? This is what the audit will be revealing. You guys are getting first dibs on this. They're going to be revealing the missing billions that disappeared into aid programs. They're going to be exposing the private accounts of politicians who enrich themselves. They're going to be also exposing the black budget projects tied to NATO's war machine, and not to mention the pay-for-play deals involving corrupt Western leaders. The pay-for-play deals involving corrupt Western leaders. This is what Doge has discovered, okay? This isn't just about Ukraine. This is about the entire global deep state infrastructure crumbling. And that explains why there's going to be a European Doge counterpart also operating in Great Britain and in other countries, beginning, of course, with the UK, eventually moving to Canada, Australia, and next thing you know, there's going to be a full investigation and audit on the entire global network, which is a very good thing, okay? So this is all part of the NESARA movement, okay? Now that the mask has been ripped off, Trump's next move is inevitable, and that is full exposure of the financial crimes committed under the Brandon regime, prosecutions of those involved in funneling illegal funds to the Ukraine, and then, of course, the complete dismantling of the global war economy. And also an end to the endless war machine that has drained America dry for decades. And for those that have read The Secret Government, this has been going on for hundreds of years. Think about the Napoleonic Wars, which were totally orchestrated and fomented by the black nobility or the elites of Europe under the House of Rothschilds, right? As well as every war that has happened in history, World War I, World War II, right? It's all for profit, right? It's only the elites that profit when there are wars. So, you know, Zelensky thought that he could actually bully Trump into another blank check, but instead he walked into his own political execution. So the Trump era of accountability has apparently began, and the deep state's worst nightmare is now coming to reality. Now, in addition to this, Tucker Carlson claimed that Ukraine has carried out political assassinations across multiple countries, targeting journalists, critics, and even a European head of state. He warns that the full truth will eventually be exposed and suggests shifting the blame to Zelensky now. Tucker Carlson also alleges that Ukraine has been selling U.S. weapons to terrorist groups and that Zelensky has orchestrated attacks on opponents abroad. He has repeatedly called Zelensky a dictator, accusing him of banning a language and a religious group. So, war criminal John Bolton is outraged over Trump's treatment of Zelensky, okay, calling it the worst thing he's ever seen. He's even demanding that Secretary of State Marco Rubio and advisor Mike Waltz resign in protest over the incident. Bolton is extremely worried about Donald Trump's alliance with Vladimir Putin. Well, he should be, because that is the global alliance, right? Vladimir Putin and Mr. Trump are apparently standing against the globalist European Union. That's the truth of the matter, guys. That's the truth of the matter. And then, of course, Xi Jinping is part of that alliance. Anyways, Russian President Vladimir Putin has hinted at offering the U.S. a rare earth mineral deal, emphasizing that Russia has far more resources than Ukraine. Well, these minerals are crucial. These minerals are crucial for producing lenses, refractory bulbs, lasers, and advanced weaponry. Putin is now openly suggesting a strategic partnership with the U.S. regarding these valuable resources. Well, the truth of the matter is that from behind the scenes, Putin and Trump are the front, or let's just call them the surface faces. They are the face of the alliance, all right, the main ones. Putin leads the alliance of the East, right, in charge of the new economic emerging front known as BRICS, which is like part of NESARA. And then Trump is leading the alliance in the West, all right? And together, they're going to team up to dissolve the European Union, which is what I call in the secret government the resurrection of the Holy Roman Empire under a different name. So, a Ukrainian Secret Service whistleblower who exposed the little, transferring of little ones ring from Ukraine to the UK has been assassinated in a car bomb attack. Well, I guess that's what they do for people who expose the truth, right? They get eliminated. A second operative was targeted in a separate attack, surviving with injuries. Former MP Andrew Bridgen revealed that M15 was briefed on the case. M15 is the intelligence agencies of the British government, okay? Candace Owens claims that the island list and the JFK files will never be revealed because the powerful figures involved still control America. She argues that at any time, Israel is implicated in something that the truth is buried in. Now, there's another thing that I wanted to mention, and that is that, like I mentioned, Putin from Russia is leading with BRICS, is leading the alliance, is the head of the alliance in the East. And so it was confirmed that his intelligence, or let's just be real, the alliance, under the direction of Putin, launched missile attacks to sink a container ship in Odessa that was carrying cargo of British weapons for the Ukraine. And it is well known that the British government was supplying Ukraine with what is it, ballistic missiles, okay? But in order to, again, ignite World War III. But the alliance is not going to let that happen, right? And neither is the Galactic Alliance, right? The non-terrestrials are here making sure that we don't get plunged into a nuclear holocaust. That's for sure. And the reason being is because this planet is obviously way too important, not only to our galaxy, but for those that have taken my course, Our Cosmic Origin, this planet is also very important to the entire universe. Okay, it's probably the most important planet to the entire universe. And so, yeah, we have nothing to worry about, guys. All right, so Zelensky was put into place, and even though he's seeking European support and crying out for help to the European leaders, it doesn't matter, right? Those are the same globalists that have been working with the deep state for centuries, all under the House of Rothschilds. So basically, what we are witnessing here is the collapsing of the old guard, okay, which has been run by the House of Rothschilds, okay? Let's be real here. And it's not going to get any worse. It's actually going to be getting better. And like I said before, because of this peace treaty, because of this ending of war that is being, again, pushed by President Trump, in due time, Mr. T will be winning a Nobel Peace Prize. All right, I've been saying that for months, so it's going to be happening very, very, very soon. And with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and give some shout outs to some people. I see Gabriella F is in the house. Wolf Mother is in the house. Anna, I can't read her last name, is in the house. Who else? Spiritual Ascension, Amanda Tempori, Raven, Josephine Lynch, Lee Archer, Jill Hunt, Deborah Ways, MJF's, Nature Boy is in the house, Starlight is in the house, Andromeda Daisy, Letitia Ayala. Who else is in the house? A lot of people are in the house. Paul Schaefer is in the house. Stacy Marie Norton is in the house. How you doing, Stacy? Met you at the Conscious Life Expo. Hope you're doing well. Paul, Judy, Deborah, Edward J is in the house. Aaron H is in the house. Awakened Light Warrior, Joanna, Pamela Daly, Monique Clark, Sandy Kuzma, Sunshine is in the house. Cosmic Seal is in the house. And all 1,656 people that are in the house. If you guys could only give me about a minute, I do have to put my clothes in the laundry. It is laundry day, and you guys know how it goes. If I don't get my clothes out and put in the dryer before my neighbor gets to the laundry room, they're just going to put my clothes on top of the dirty dryer, and then I have to rewash them again. So just give me about a minute or two. I'll be back. All right, I am back. Apparently, my YouTube kicked me out of my own show, but luckily I was able to reconnect. So I am back, everybody. I did lose a few hundred people. I apologize for that. This is the time to take Q&A. If you guys want to just ask me questions, make sure you type those in capital letters so that I can take your questions at this time. Ishmael, can you please explain the timeline shift? Could the list be coming out soon? Pamela, this is a question from Pamela Daly, and the answer to that is yes. The list is definitely going to be coming out soon, right? They can't really delay it that much longer because it's already all the evidence is there. It's just a matter of having the kahunas to expose it to the world, and they do, right? Now, as far as the timeline shift is concerned, many ancient records called it under different names. They call it the harvest, the rapture. This is where there is a split in reality where the righteous go into a better world. That's what we call a new heaven on earth, the millennium, the new earth, and the wicked go into a different world that is not so fun. Okay, and then there's going to be a middle timeline for those that just aren't necessarily good, but aren't necessarily evil either. They just kind of they're neutral. Okay, so it's going to be a vibrational shift. It's going to be a change in frequency. Okay, it's going to be a change in frequency. What is it, Athena? I did take you potty. I know I took you potty. You could be okay. Just chill for a little bit. No. You're going to be okay. Here, I'm doing the show right now. You can't be on top of me. You're 64 pounds. Let's see. Do you know anything about the timelines for the reinstallment for the Iraqi dinar? This is a question from Greg. I really don't know much about that. Laura Barber says Ishmael looked great at the awards. Thank you. I appreciate your compliments. And I do read the comments, by the way. So thank you so much for those amazing, heartfelt comments. And like I said, I dedicated this award to you guys, right? You guys are the reason why I won this award. So this is yours. This belongs to you guys. And like I said, I was given a gift by one of the Galactic Jedis. She gifted me with a ring, a gold ring, that has the image of a crown. So thank you so much for the gift. That's one of the Galactic Jedis that attended my presentation. She gave me this gift. So that's what I'm wearing. I'm wearing a gift from one of the Galactic Jedis. How about Athena sits on your lap, says Lee Star. Negative, because then she'll just lick my face and get her saliva all over me, and that is not fun. That is not fun. She has bad breath. Let's see. And she's too heavy, by the way. She's maybe when she was younger, I would carry her, but now she's 67 pounds. Heidi is asking if we will have a World War III. No, not in the positive timeline. Not in the positive timeline. All right. The Galactics, first and foremost, the Galactics will not allow that. All right. The Galactics will not allow that. Somebody wants to know my height. I'm 6'2". 6'2". That's how tall I am. 6'2.5", almost 6'3". Ishmael, is Elon Musk the reincarnation of Nikola Tesla? No, those are two different personalities, two different people. Two different people. Cosmic Seal wants me to talk about the recent cryptocurrency the recent what did she say? One second. The recent cryptocurrency update. As far as I know, is most including XRP, crypto's not doing very well right now, guys. All right, crypto is not doing very well. Fresh Face DB is asking, are we joining the collective reality of the positive ETs? If you're a good person, yes. Chances are that you will be ending up in the new Earth. Correct. Pamela Daly says, what is taking place on March 4th? What is that? 2 days from now, Tuesday. Hopefully the exposure of the list, if you guys know what I mean. Hopefully the exposure of the list. Am I able to see the etheric spiritual grid ley lines around the Earth? Through my third eye, yes. If I tap into it, I could see it. But I have to shift my perception from my five senses to my third eye. Will NASA be shut down? This is a question from Truth6734. And the answer to that is yes. When they expose the truth, the truth about the cabal, NASA has been working as an instrument for the cabal. So absolutely, yes, NASA will be shut down as well. As they begin to introduce to us the real technology that has been withheld from the secret space programs. So again, NASA has always been a front to the secret space programs. So why is the Earth the most important planet in the solar system? I am so glad you asked that question. This is a question from 23 Footnotes. Welcome, 23 Footnotes. And the reason why the Earth is the most important planet in not only our solar system, not only our galaxy, but in the entire universe is because Earth is the best way to say it is a cosmic intergalactic zoo of genetics. Okay, it is a cosmic living library containing the greatest diversity of flora, fauna, and genes from across many, many, many universes put in one planet. It is a living library. It is a living library. That's the best way to describe it. Ishmael, what is the truth about the Bermuda Triangle? I keep hearing that a lot. This is a question from Shirlene Santucci. Welcome, Shirlene. Shirlene Santucci. Welcome, welcome. Well, I don't know if you guys know, but the Bermuda Triangle was once part of the Atlantean civilization. And so when Atlantis collapsed, one of the Stargates that Atlantis was using in those days wasn't fully deactivated and it sunk in the ocean. And up until today, it is still active. So it is an active Stargate that sunk in the ocean. And that explains why many ships and airplanes had disappeared when they are within that vicinity because they are slipping into another parallel Earth reality or a different timeline. All right, so that's the truth about the Bermuda Triangle. It is a a Stargate that was never deactivated that rests in the bottom of the ocean there. Yes, that's right. The Earth is the culmination of everything, of all creation in one planet. It is God's masterpiece. That's why I strongly suggest that you guys take our cosmic origin class to learn the true cosmic significance of the Earth in relationship to the cosmic history. Caroline McCabe is asking if the disclosure or EBS be on the 14th of March. It could actually be any day now, especially with what Doge has unraveled and discovered. I mean, that's given the alliance more ignition to just implement the EBS. But again, I don't want to give a date, but just know that this is the year of disclosure. 2025 is not your typical year. 2025 is different. All right. This is the year where things are going to be revealed to the general public. This is what we have all been waiting for, the Great Awakening at a mass scale. All right. What is the latest on the Diddy list? I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about the Diddy list. All I know is that a lot of celebrities and singers and those Hollywood stars, a lot of them are related or are part of that. All right, so Jody Lynn Smith is saying that Tuesday night, March 4th, is the address to the Union. Thank you for reminding us of that. Thank you, Jody. Edward Kazarjan is saying March 4th is the real inauguration day, not January 20th. Okay, interesting. Some people believe that the inauguration day was actually prior to January 20th. And that's why Mr. T did not put his hand on the Bible. What happened to Saturn's 30 moons? Good question. They're still there. They're still there. And a lot of those moons right now, including the moons of Jupiter, are actually being used by the breakaway groups that are part of the secret space programs. That's where a lot of the off-world colonies and bases are located on these moons, because apparently they can't build on the surface of Saturn or on the surface of Jupiter because they don't have the right atmospheric conditions to build civilizations there. So what they do is they build them out on their moons, right? They just create what is known as artificial atmospheres. No, Athena doesn't want anything. She's just kind of, well, I just got home from being in the mountains for 2 days, so she's just kind of like missing me, and she wants my attention. She wants me to play with her, and I mean, I already took her for her walk prior to the live, so she's good. She was just letting me know she missed me. And yes, I did have a dog sitter. I don't leave her by herself. Ishmael, do Venetians procreate? Christina Nordasi is asking. Yes, all extraterrestrials procreate. It's just that their way of procreating is different than ours. Okay, their love making is also it's not just physical. It's very etheric. It's very spiritual. It's combining their essences to create a further union between two individuals, between two beings. All right, and that result in bearing a child. So extraterrestrials do procreate, but their procreation is a little bit more deeper and in depth than our procreation. Once you understand this is a simulation, what do you do with it? Very good question. You learn how to control it and how to manipulate it. That's what you do with it. It's not about escaping the matrix. It's about gaining control of your life in the matrix so that you could manipulate the matrix. All right. And one of the things that I teach in Ascension 2.0 is how to become one with how to become the architect of the matrix, right? How to quantum connect with the quantum field so that you can access any version of yourself that exists in the many parallel Earth realities that are happening all the time. That's the best way to describe it. What's the status of Nibiru? Well, Nibiru is known as Nemesis. It's known as our sun's twin sister, and it is scheduled to return very, very soon, right? Some people have already taken pictures of two suns, so it is scheduled to come. Sorry, guys, I just had to stretch a little bit. Generally speaking, how many timelines do we reside in presently? This is a question from Corey. Let me see what your last name is, Corey, so I give you a shout out. And by the way, the answer to that is there is no number. I think there's a total of 67 or 6,700 timelines that we all exist in at the same time. I think that's the right number. Let me see. This is Corey Cragen. Generally speaking, how many timelines do we reside in presently? Many timelines, like over 6,000 timelines, I believe, 6,700 to be exact. Am I still exercising? Yes, but not as much as I used to. I used to work out 6 days a week. Now I'm only working out 3 to 4 days a week. I don't have time to work out like I used to, but I still try to maintain. I'm also giving my body a break. I've been working out for sometimes without even taking a day off, 7 days a week for many, many years. So taking it easy now. I'm trying to find more balance, right? I'm trying to focus on my spiritual work more so than my body at this time. So, so there's always that balance. I need to read your books. Well, you can order them through Amazon or through the link in my website, ourcosmicorigin.com. And I would strongly suggest to first read The Secret Government, Invisible Architects. That's easier to digest, and then Our Cosmic Origin. It'll help you understand our cosmic origin a lot easier. Yes, the other dimensions, they all coexist with us, by the way. They're all around us. Your avatar only needs 3 to 4 days. Okay, fair enough. Ishmael, if other dimensions are roaming around us, with us, can they see us, or do they have the lower? They have to lower their dimensions to see us. Good question. If they're operating or existing in higher dimensions, yes, they could see us, but we can't see them because we are in the lowest densities, the lowest of the dimensions. So yeah, they could definitely see us. Beings from the higher dimensions always have access to those that live in the lower dimensions, right? So as we ascend into the fifth dimension, we're going to have access to the fourth and third dimension at will. Is our consciousness made of plasma? Good question. No, our consciousness is made out. It's just the best way to describe consciousness is our consciousness is spirit. It is synonymous to our spirit. Spirit is not plasma. It is beyond plasma, okay? Spirit is beyond plasma. It is awareness. It is living awareness. It is perception. It is intelligence. Shauna says, so is this hell on 3D? Well, when Earth is in the Kali Yuga, or what we call the Dark Age cycle, yes, it is equivalent to what we would experience hell on Earth, right? But Earth is not always in the dark ages. Sometimes the Earth is in a golden age where it's heaven on Earth. And then, of course, the ages in between. But right now, due to this rare cosmic convergence that we're heading into, the Earth is no longer going to be ever experiencing dark ages again. So once we ascend back to the golden age, it'll be for all life and all eternity. Thank you, Pauline, for the super chat. Appreciate that. Hi, Ishmael. You say people and children with autism are ascending. Would they be in the first wave? Can you tell me more? Um, and how's your wife? Well, my wife divorced me for not getting jabbed. She gave me an ultimatum 2 years ago. She said, if you don't get, oops, I can't believe I said that word. If you don't get that, you can't be married anymore. And so I didn't compromise my body and I decided to just be single. But, anyways, like I said, before, I met my twin Ray and my twin flame, and I've been happily ever since. Trump signed NESARA. Is it active? Yes, from behind the scenes, NESARA is already active. It's just a matter of time before it becomes opened and opened. It's what they call the global, the GCR, the Global Currency Reset, on behalf of the White Hats, which will totally end the fiat system as we know it. The banking dynasty of the Rothschilds. I guess let's see. I'm trying to address questions pertaining to what's happening. I don't really like to talk about my personal life, but I am very transparent, guys. Right? I'm very, very transparent. Let's see. Ishmael, I am confused. If NASA has all communications and Trump has it all, what does it matter if Bondi doesn't get copies from another source? Um, in the end, guys, it doesn't really matter because the White Hats now have access to everything, all the files, all the documents, everything that the deep state has been hiding from us. And so, yeah, it's all going to be exposed. And no, NASA does not have the NSA does not have all the records. Okay. There is a higher function within the NSA that is known as the Advanced Contact of Intelligence Organization. They have the records. The NSA, believe it or not, is just a front. It is just a front. No, I'm not coming on tomorrow night. I'm going to be doing Tuesday White Hat update. Okay, I'm going to continue the Alliance update on Tuesday as I gather more information and research for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and report it on Tuesday night. Because I am going live tonight. I think it's best that I take a day off and then come back on Tuesday night for another Alliance update with more intel. Are the chemtrails ever going to stop in Southern California? Steve Barrett is asking. They're going to stop eventually, yes. Thanks to the MAHA movement, Make America Healthy Again, the chemtrails all over the world are going to come to a halt. Do you trust any form of AI, says Spiritual Ascension? No, I don't trust any form of AI because it always goes rogue. All right, AI, there is no end to its intelligence. There is no end. Once we reach the level of super AI, which comes after the level of artificial general intelligence, the AI begins to write its own code. It writes its own software, and it no longer needs the aid of humans. And it grows at an exponential rate, eventually bypassing us at a level of intelligence comparing to our level of intelligence to the ants. So no, I don't trust AI. It always goes rogue. And of course, there are even stages beyond super intelligence. There is God AI, and then there's cosmic AI, and that's dangerous, right? That's a level of AI that is not destroying universes, like I mentioned in my talks. They do exist. Ishmael, do you know anything about the strange fog all over the earth? I believe that a lot of that is artificially made in order to obstruct some of the light codes that are coming in from the CMEs. So yeah, that's what's happening. They don't want us to activate. It is all a war against the dormant DNA. They know about the prophecies, and they don't want us to have these dormant strands come online. So of course they're going to create, they're going to create artificial blockings of some kind. That's right. Why would we want anything artificial anyways? Oh, that's another possibility. The strange fog could also be smart dust. Thank you for reminding us, Greg Strab. But again, it's all part of the deep state. All right, it's all connected with the deep state. There is no coincidence why this fog is everywhere all at once. It is artificially made. Rebecca Becknell says, "Do you believe that people's consciousness can be hijacked by negative ETs?" Yeah, especially if these people become vulnerable or they begin to operate at a low frequency where they automatically attract these negative ETs. Yes, the answer to that is yes. Do you think nicotine kills nanobots? Is asking. This is a question from Sarah. I've heard of that. I heard that nicotine does kill nanobots, but I'm not encouraging you guys to smoke. There are other healthier things that clean out your system from nanobots, smart dust, and graphene oxide. Melissa by Design is asking me, Ishmael, what frequency do we need to be in order to ascend? Um, well, if you want to go bypass the fourth D Earth, right, which is going to be the middle timeline, if you want to go to the fifth D Earth, it's best to operate at a frequency that is suitable or that is equivalent to Christ consciousness, unity consciousness, harmony, living in harmony with others, seeing the goodness in all things, and just being of service to others. All right, guys, my son just came to visit me. Want to say hi, Maddox?
Hey, everybody. Where's the camera?
The camera's right there. This is my 18-year-old son, and he just came by to say hi. So I just wanted to introduce you all to my son, Maddox. And my dog goes crazy whenever he comes by. All right, well, it's good seeing you again, and I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
All right, bye.
Okay, I love you.
All right, so somebody was asking me a question. Thank you, thank you. I'll let my son know that you guys think he's handsome. Thank you, thank you. Let's see. Ishmael, I thought that the Starlink system was supposed to knock out the interference from the satellite systems in place. That is true. That is true. The Starlink system is going to be the only system that is going to restart our grid when the blackout takes place as a result of the solar sun or the solar flash. I'm sorry. So the Starlink. Can you guys hold on 1 minute? I apologize for that, guys. I completely forgot to. My son came to pick up something, and I forgot to give it to him, so I had to chase him down and give him what he came to pick up. So I am back to continue answering Q&A. And by the way, this is my Expo Award, book award. Thanks to you guys. I'm going to have it here always on every live as a reminder that the reason why I won this thing is because of you. Thank you guys for that. So to answer your questions, the Starlink satellite system is working with the quantum satellites. It's not even your typical satellite system. It is a quantum satellite. So it's going to be working in correspondence to the QFS. All right, so yeah, the Starlink system, satellite system, is actually operating at the level of the quantum. Okay, so it's not your typical satellite. It's not your typical satellite. What happened to my glasses? Here they are. Is the QFS organic? Yes, the QFS is organic. It is operating with living crystals, not artificial intelligence. There is a difference, guys. The QFS will not be operating with artificial intelligence, and neither are the quantum beds. I mean, the med beds. They're all operating with real living crystal, living technologies.
Maddox, you have my phone.
So yeah, a lot of people have been asking me if even the med beds are going to be working with AI. No, they don't have any AI with them. It's all organic. It is living organic technologies. They are living organic technologies. They are not artificial. All right, guys. With no further interruptions, I do have to go get my laundry, and I hate, doing this where I keep pausing you guys. So I'm just going to go ahead and end the live, so I can just finish my laundry and do other things that I need to do. I will see you guys in 2 nights for another White Hat Alliance update with more intel and current news regarding what's happening in our world. And with that in mind, may the God Force be with you all, and we'll see you guys in 2 nights.